Madeira is a Portuguese island which is actually closer to the northwest of Africa. So for that reason, it gets some amazing climates all year round. It has some of the world's most exotic fruits, it has fantastic wineries, amazing viewpoints. It really is a traveler's dream, and I would say it's a hiker's dream specifically. There are tons and tons of different hikes that you can do around the region. My favorite one was probably Lavada di 25 Fontes. This is the walk of 25 fountains, or the walk of 25 waterfalls. So when you go on this hike, you hike down from the top of the mountains. It takes you past about 25 different fountains or waterfalls. There's two main waterfalls that you're really going to want to see, but the rest of them are smaller fountains that you'll see of traces of water. And you see loads of sights on the way through this. You go through different types of forest. The hike back to the top is pretty intense, especially the last 2 kilometers is just an incline straight up. So if you're not an avid hiker, it might be easier for you to get the bus. But if you're into hiking, then definitely go for that hike, I'd recommend. An easier hike, if you're at a beginner level, would be the Dragon Tail hike of the island, which takes you right out to the coast of the island. That only takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours, so it could be easier for you. But the most popular hike is Pico do Riero to Pico Ruvo. Now we went for sunrise to try and see some of the most phenomenal views that we'd ever see in our lives. And unfortunately what we actually got, not great. How it was supposed to look was like this. Next time I'll have better luck. If you're staying in Madeira, I'd recommend staying in Funchal. This is the most populated area where most people stay. It gives you good access to all the different activities and excursions you might want to go on. If you have a car, it's easy to drive around. If not, you can get taxis around, or tour guides will always have tours going on that can take you around the city as well. From Funchal, you can get the cable car up from the coast all the way up to the mountains in Monte. Now this cable car takes about 20 minutes and gives you views of the whole entire region. So you can tick off loads of sites just by doing that one cable car. Once you're at the top, you have two options to get back down. You could either get the cable car back down again, or you could get a toboggan down. Looks kind of like a sofa that they just put you in and push you down about 2 kilometers from the peak down towards Funchal. There is some cultural significance to the toboggan as well. Back in the 19th century, it was used as a mode of transport to get from the hills back down towards Funchal. Would I recommend doing it? The queues can be quite long, sometimes about 2 hours plus in order to get there. When we went, it was a massive long queue that went on for ages. It might just be easier to get the cable car down, but entirely up to you. The cable car isn't the only way to get the best viewpoints though. There's tons of different viewing spots around Madeira. Some of my favorite ones were the Cabo Girao Skywalk, which is Europe's highest sea cliff. You can actually walk out onto it and it's completely see-through, so you can see the water and the cliffs below, and it's about 580 meters above sea level. They also have a Christ statue, which is not too dissimilar to the one that you might find in Brazil or Lisbon. Another good way to get around is with Green Devil Safari. So this is a 4x4 Jeep that will take you all around the island to different viewpoints, across different terrains, through forests. And it will allow you to explore all these different viewpoints from an open top Jeep where you can sit out the top and see things for yourself. If you're an extremely daring hiker, I would recommend doing canyoning in Madeira. If you've not done canyoning before, this is when they take you up to the mountains and then you go downstream through streams, through rocks, through lakes. You have to abseil at times, you have to go through muddy conditions, almost like some kind of army training routine. And the day we went, the weather was really adverse. So it was freezing cold, super windy, loads of rain. So it really felt like you had the full experience of having to fight to get to the end. Now, as you know, I've been having adventures all across the world and I've documented them for this YouTube channel. If you liked what you saw today, make sure you leave a like and a comment and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next adventure.